Hi, we are here on the Oktoberfest. Oktoberfest is the biggest beer festival in whole Germany. And today is Peter here. Peter from Ilass AG. And I have to say, I met Peter the first time in California. We had together a machine learning coffee together. And Peter is doing something digitally here on the Oktoberfest.
First of all, I say, Markus, thank you for visiting me here at the Oktoberfest in Munich. Here in our very nice Festzelt-Tradition on the Eudewiesen, on the right behind the giant wheel you see here in the background, our giant wheel. Awesome, don't you think so?
It's super awesome.
And we have here a complete digital beer tent. It's a pretty big beer tent, like 8,500 people can sit here. And we have pretty much everything digital here. Did you find something that was not digital?
No, I think everything was completely digital, and it started for me with the whole service. So you started with the whole service, how the people from the service is getting their order. Can you tell us a little bit what they are doing with the order?
Yeah. So first, if the people came here to the Oktoberfest for working here, so on the first day where they register on the system, they bring money in, like 800 euros or something, and the money is then inserted in an ATM, in a machine, and the machine puts their money on their account. So they have really like a bank account. They have an accounting system here, and so they have like then 800 euros on their balance. And right after this, if the first day of the Oktoberfest is starting and the people rushing in and ordering food, beer and everything, the waitress go to the service there, to the Kasse points, to the iPads. We have here 16 iPads deployed on this location, and they register via the QR code system, because this is pretty fast to log in, and then they order the beer. They order like 5 beers. And we also have an iBeacon system, so the people are registered over the iBeacons. And so we know on the controlling station, on the Schenke or on the food I hand out, which waitress is in front, and through our system in real time we know what she wants to take. So the controlling of the people then happens in real time. The guy that's responsible for counting beer, counting food, knows there's like Maria before him. Maria has number 150. He clicks on the number, and he knows instantly, like really like this, that Maria has like 5 Schweinebraten on ordered, and he commits the transaction and say, yeah, you have 5 Schweinebraten, you can go, and then the business is over and her balance is reduced on the amount of money the 5 Schweinebraten are. And so after a while, if she runs out of money, she goes back to the ADM. So we have 2 ADM systems. We have one for cash, one for vouchers. And so the complete life cycle of money is digital here. Like nearly everything is digital here.
And so as mentioned, I know Peter from a machine learning coffee. So here is maybe machine learning beer. That is what we do not know. So maybe, Peter, can you tell us, where is the machine learning here? Where is the artificial intelligence you want to use here?
Yeah, good question. So we have this system where the beer and the food is counted by people. So the problem here is that this is a very hard job. If imagine you're sitting in a beer tent with 5,000 people and you're counting for 12 hours straight in a row Schweinebraten, food and beer. This is really a hard job, and this counting this many is not really meant for human. So we try to develop a version of a controlling system where you have something like a self-controlling station. So the waitress is ordering at the point of sale system, I need 5 beer. She gets the 5 beer from the Schenke, and she got to a point where she puts the 5 beer, and then the AI will say, yeah, you ordered 5 beer, I count 5 beer, you are ready to go, and give her a green light. So this will not replace the controlling stuff. So we will not putting here hundreds of people out of job. This is not happening. What is happening is that we will have controller people that have a more sophisticated job. This will then be a real job. They will be supervisors. They will control a couple of stations and then say and will only interact if some problem occurs. If the computers, if the AI is not sure, is it a Schweinebraten or is it something different because the kitchen forgot to put something on it. I mean, this is still live kitchen here, and not every meal is 100% looking like the other. So you will in every time need a human that supervises the system. But I hope that we can develop a system that really get the stress out of the people and to make this a better job and to make it easier for all of them.
Mm-hmm. It looks really impressive. So my last question here, so how does the AI know how to differentiate between a Kartoffelsalat, which is known as a potato salad, and a Oberste, for example?
Yeah, we are very proud of this, and this I really have to thank you to the Technische Universität Munich, because these are really awesome people there and they're helping us developing the system. So we have here a complete self-learning system. So because of the point of sale system transactions we have, we know at what point in time you see a beer, a Schweinebraten or something different. So the AI learns from hours and hours and hours of video data and has also the point of sale system data. So after a while it got a feeling for what is a beer, what is a Radler, what is a Schweinebraten. And this is really amazing because it puts away the labor of manual labeling all these images. This is really done by itself basically. It's like magic.
It's really magic. So it's one of the first self-learning system which is training the model by itself, which I've ever seen here. That's really impressive.
Yeah, we're very proud of this, and once again, thank you, Technische Universität Munich. You're awesome guys.
And so, Peter, the most people are interested in what technology stack are you using here?
Yeah, we are basically using iOS, of course, for the point of sale system. We have our native app. The native app is running an Angular web application, and all real-time stuff, server stuff, is done with a Node.js server. And we are pretty much Microsoft free here. It's 99% Microsoft free. We have Linux on the server. We have a high availability cluster running with a clustered MariaDB database backend and the node servers, and pretty much it. And our iBeacons running over the native app from the iOS, and that's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm. And Peter, for the artificial intelligence, for the AI network, what technology are you using? Are you using TensorFlow or CoreML?
The idea is in the end to use CoreML, of course, because this would make setup a lot easier if the iOS CoreML model could just say, yeah, this is a Schweinebraten or not. In the moment, it's a TensorFlow model with transfer learning on, as far as I know, I think it's the Google one, the Google model trained with our stuff on top of it. And yeah, we hope to get it to CoreML, of course.
So Peter, thank you very much for that nice interview.
You're welcome. Let's have a beer.
Let's have a more artificial intelligent beer.
Yeah, let's have a must.
I say goodbye with some more impressions of the Oktoberfest.
Thank you, bye.